to episode 57 of Chew on This, a Nerds United podcast. I'm BJ.
Vic.
So, what I love about the holidays, about this time of year, actually, not just Christmas and all that good stuff, but movie trailers. And we've got a shit load of movie trailers to talk about that come out, or they're not going to come out till this summer, but this time of year, they always like drop that shit, for us to drool over and get excited for. So I want to just talk about some of the trailers that just kind of dropped the last couple of days. What was something that kind of stood out for you, trailer wise? Good or bad?
If we're gonna go over, okay, well, yeah. So if we're gonna go good, let's talk about the giant good that just happened.
Oh.
I think it was last night that came out.
Yes,
was Spider-Man Homecoming, and holy shit, man. I've watched I've recently in the last couple of months I've watched the Tobey Maguire, the first two Spider-Mans. And I went back and watched the first Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and all three of those they're still pretty good.
Yeah.
But there's something about this one and this kid doing it. It just looks like Spider-Man. The suit is a little bit different. I'm a little wary about the technology, with the whole Tony Stark being basically in every goddamn Marvel movie, which is really, really annoying sometimes. Robert Downey Jr. is great, right? But I feel like it's like an oversight. It's like Marvel's Wolverine, basically.
Yeah.
But there's just and the fact that Marvel has Spider-Man now, there's just something about this Spider-Man that, if I would ever watch a live version Spider-Man, this is it, because they got somebody who looks like they actually belong in high school. And on top of that, the visuals that we saw were ridiculous. And oh my God, Michael Keaton's in it.
He looks evil.
And the way that the trailer ended with Spider-Man swinging through the city with Iron Man, behind him. Oh my God, you could not have ended that trailer any better.
They don't need to show another single frame of that movie until it comes out. I don't want them to show anymore.
No, I don't want to see anything. And that's a teaser too. That was it?
Yeah.
Was it a teaser?
Yeah, it was just a teaser. There's no plot points to it other than you could see that he's struggling being a teenager and that he really wants to be out of high school and fighting crime. And Tony Stark's like, dude, don't grow up so fast. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. See, that's the problem I kind of have is in the comic books, he didn't have a mentor. He was doing this all on his own, so it made it even worse. He didn't have a billionaire technology guy giving him upgrades and shit like that. He had to build all that stuff himself.
Right.
So it takes away from how brilliant Peter Parker actually kind of is. From the comic book, so that part I kind of don't like. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, I have to agree with you there, because that felt kind of funny to me that he'd have this, billionaire guy that just hands over technology and gives him, money whenever he needs it to build something, or builds it himself and gives it to him, and that's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man builds everything from scratch. But I understand why he's in there, because from a moviegoer point of view, like people that are not us, but just people that go to the movies in general, by seeing Tony Stark in the trailer, they're like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, I got to go watch this because Tony Stark's in it, but that's the average moviegoer. But for comic geeks, I was excited to see him fly next to him, but to have him mentoring him and all that stuff was just kind of like, yeah, he usually is kind of on his own. He's got real world problems, and he's Spider-Man.
Well, that's the thing about Spider-Man, was that he's a teenager, and they got him looking as a teenager, but that teenage angst on top of the fact that he has all this burden on top of that as well, being a superhero, and the fact that Uncle Ben died because of him, all this stuff, and the fact that he has somebody to guide him that's already a superhero. Kind of takes away from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is pretty well respected for the fact that when you do find out who he is, he's just a kid. And I don't know. To me, I guess I'm kind of nitpicking because I'm it is Marvel, and they definitely had a hand in it is their baby now. They got him back. So I'm kind of nitpicking a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
if Robert Downey Jr. wasn't so goddamn good, I would not want him even close to Spider-Man. But
yeah.
I don't think he's necessary in there. But they kind of set that bar already, or set that tone already from the first from Civil War. So they kind of went with it.
I'll tell you what I did like is that I didn't see any kind of origin story kind of thing, which it's been done to death. I'm looking at you, Batman. So
Yeah.
it's that was kind of good. But Michael Keaton, oh man, he looked fucking awesome, and he sounded awesome. He sounds like he's like a big time villain, and I like that. I really,
Yeah, he's played a villain like a very few handful of times, and when he has, he's been pretty
he's
bad.
menacing.
Um,
Yeah.
so moving along, because we could just talk about this trailer forever
I
because we got a
know
really loaded Casserole
there's
episode.
so
So
many
we have that one
visuals.
spectrum where the Spider-Man Homecoming was all amazingly good, even though we just nitpicked it a little bit. On the other spectrum of that, god fucking awful, the Transformers trailer dropped
Oh,
too.
don't get
The
me
Transformers: The Last
started.
Night.
Oh my god. It that was that was horrible. That was not good at all. Like I expected I don't know what I expected, man, because every time the Transformers movies come on, I know it's going to be crap, but there's like this little glimmer of hope of like, oh please, like finally do the Transformers
No,
justice. And when they said they were doing the brain trust, which to me now is like an oxymoron, um they this came out and I was like, why, what is this piece of shit, and why are they in the, why are they fighting along nights and shit? Like, I don't know what's going on. And why is Mark Wahlberg back in this thing, and why is, like, now they brought back, what's his name, Josh Duhamel, I think, right? Didn't they bring him back?
right?
And so
Yeah.
now they're fighting together, and I'm like, wasn't that guy an inventor? And like now all of a sudden he's like this top official, like like he's like with SWAT team now, like going after
There's
Transformers.
so many there's so many problems already with the trailer alone that I have a problem with. First thing that I can't believe that actually happened in this trailer is that how the fuck did they get Anthony Hopkins to fucking be in this movie?
Oh my god, I don't money. I don't know
I
because
How'd they get that guy? Like, he's old, maybe he wants to just cash in some checks before, because it definitely isn't because of the material.
I don't
That
know.
was the first thing that stood out.
I don't know, but he was in Mission Impossible 2 also, which is like considered the worst one out of all of them. But
I didn't mind it. I didn't
he
mind the second
he's
one just because
just
I like the visuals of John Woo.
he brings gravitas. He brings like this, his acting ability and everything into stuff and makes things better. But I don't think he can make something like this better. Like he's gonna,
That would be like
yeah.
that's like a homeless guy putting a chandelier in a cardboard box home. It's not gonna.
It's not gonna look good. Uh, yeah, I mean, he's amazing in Westworld. Like he should get an Emmy for that fucking role.
Oh
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
so awesome in that. So yeah, this is kind of a big step back for him, but they must have backed the money truck up. Jack
So
Nicholson wasn't available.
the other thing that bothered me about this trailer was he's doing the monologue over all these, like, obviously Michael Bay scenes, shit's blowing up.
Hmm.
The music I thought for the trailer was pretty good. That
Yeah.
was probably my only good thing about the trailer. But so they say, like, Optimus Prime has left us, right? And you see him like frozen in space, and then like 30 seconds later he's fucking there fighting Bumblebee. And I'm just like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you just ruined like a plot point. Like, you just tell us one thing, and then, like, it's like Superman dying in Batman v Superman, and then he dies for like 5 minutes of the movie. Because the sand starts raising off the coffin. It's fucking stupid. I swear to God, like, Michael Bay and Zack Snyder are of the same mold now, as far
Oh
as like
my god,
plot
they're
goes.
probably the same person. Are they ever in the same place at the same time?
No, that's a good point.
um, yeah, this just looks god awful. I don't even know. This is like probably the Warcraft of this year, but whatever.
There's Unicron in it too. Apparently, it looked like.
Which is the ultimate Transformer baddie, right? Like, why wouldn't they save him for
Right.
later? Um,
I don't know. I was wondering, like, they're basically just they're doing what like Once Upon a Time, that TV show, and
mhm.
what's another show that I stopped watching? Gotham, where they're just pulling in like all these different Transformers that are big names and just just splattering it on the fucking screen and not giving it like any
Care.
due justice. I
Yeah.
mean, Orson Welles was the person who voiced that character, in the cartoon. It was actually his last acting role was was in the Transformers
Wow.
movie. Um, but like the last time I was excited for a Transformer being in a movie was Devastator, and obviously they completely fucked that up by putting testicles on him.
Oh
And then
yeah.
like I was wondering if they were gonna put like a big giant like dick on Unicron, so like he fucks the Earth or something. Like he gives the Earth Transformers herpes, and that's why Bumblebee's fighting Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime's got like the severe STD that's making him
Yeah,
fight everybody.
Optimus Prime has the HIV from Unicron, and Bumblebee is the spermicide protector of Earth.
I actually want to see that movie now. That
Yeah,
sounds better.
that's if that's what he did. Like, that's what he did. But I can guarantee you, there's going to be a shit ton of explosions. There's going to be lots of slow motion. There's going to be plot points that make no sense, and the plot will probably take place in 3 days, but you're going to see 60 sunsets.
Right. And Mark Wahlberg is going to continue in his horrible acting in that. It's a Transformer.
He's gonna let you know that he's an inventor like 60 times in the movie.
Right. But now he's a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, I don't fucking like.
All right,
He looks like he might even take over that Jeff Goldblum role of Independence Day, where he's the guy who knows, or like the Nicolas Cage role
The Rock.
in The Rock, where he's just a scientist,
Right. He's just
or
going
in this
along for
case
the
an
ride.
inventor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the only one. He's the only one who can do whatever the hell they want him to do.
Right.
Because, like, remember they said that in The Rock, right? And he's like, he's the only one that can do it. But basically, all he did was pull those green balls out of the thing and pull the chip out, and that's it.
And anybody could have done
Like,
that.
yeah, like a kid who was really good at like Jenga could have fucking done that.
You're shitting on another Michael Bay movie. Oh man. All right. Well, let's not waste any more breath on that movie. But so another
All right,
trailer.
let's go with the lower. Let's go with the lower end.
The lower
one.
end.
Let's go with the Mummy.
What the
Yeah, let's stay on the low spectrum. The Mummy.
Well, I watched that
So
trailer,
this
and
is the remake
I
with
miss.
the Brendan Fraser ones.
Yeah, I miss Brendan Fraser after I saw this trailer. Tom Cruise looks like he's out of place for some reason. I don't like when I heard this casting news.
He fucking dies in the movie, and they show him revitalizing. It's like Michael Bay directed this trailer.
Yeah, they're like, let me show you what happens. Let me tell you, he's gonna be like the supernatural something.
You probably could have had like you probably could have had Anthony Hopkins like monologuing at the beginning of this and said like Tom Cruise has left us, and then like 30 seconds later he awakens in the fucking body bag.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back fighting the mummy.
So from what I understand, Universal has owned the monster properties for many, many years, like 75, 80 years, something like that. And back in the day when Boris Karloff did, I think, pretty much all the roles. But like now they're trying to create, and I know you hate this term, cinematic universe, because Marvel coined that. It should only be Marvel using it, no one else. But Universal wants to do a monster, cinematic universe. So this is the first. And if it's successful, then you're going to see Frankenstein and the Mummy and Wolf Man and who the fuck ever knows. And
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right. Like every monster available, and then they're going to create like a Monster Avengers type thing, which I don't know how I feel about that. That means like every monster has to survive at the end of each movie. Then they create like, a big monster movie. So I don't know. That would be Dracula too, right? Dracula. Yeah, they own all the properties of that shit. So
yeah, it's Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Wolfman.
Yeah, no, if they said something like that years ago, I might get excited about it, but I don't. I think Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde also is part of that.
Oh yeah, he isn't. He actually isn't. That's what it's. Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, that's what. Okay, that makes more sense now, because I was like, what the fuck is he doing in this movie? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's the first time Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise are in the same movie, but it just does. Tom Cruise looks out of place. I don't know. Like I guess I have to
Yeah,
reserve
sadly,
judgment.
sadly, if sadly, like 10 or 15 years ago, 15 years ago, if you told me Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise were going to be in a Mummy movie, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I would have been, oh my god, that movie's going to be awesome. And then what you realize nowadays, it doesn't matter if you get quality no name actors and a good story to build around it. As long as the story works really well, you don't need to pay somebody $20 million to be in a
Right.
movie like this.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be obviously it's special effects laden anyway. I mean, the trailer alone looked like there was $50 million spent on it,
Yeah,
and probably
yeah.
Tom Cruise was probably 20 million of that.
It's overproduced, man. They make too many these huge tentpole movies that are just overly heavily CGI'd, and the Mummy chick didn't even look really that good. I thought she looked ridiculous. It reminded me of
She looked like a better version. She looked like a better version of
Suicide
the
Squad.
villain in
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I thought too immediately. I was like, "Oh no, you need to change her look because that's already been done with the Enchantress. Like you got to get away from that hippie dance shit." Um, yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really that excited about this movie, but if it's the only,
I probably won't see it.
yeah, chances are I'll probably end up watching it and have to review it while you sit and listen to me bitch
The
about
only way I would go okay, so I'm not going to go see Transformers. There's no fucking way.
it.
No way I'm going to see Transformers.
Right.
Cuz I already know like the Rotten Tomatoes rating or the rating whatever coming out of the movies is going to
Okay,
be like
hold on.
30% or
Okay, so
30 or
what
40%.
if, here's a hypothetical for you, a crazy hypothetical, but what if Rotten Tomatoes held steady at like a 90%? No, 85%. 85%. Like it held
This is
steady
also
for like 250 reviews in.
this is also after I win the lottery and pigs fly, right?
And monkeys fly out of your butt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
all of that stuff. I mean, yeah, okay, look, if Transformers The Last Night is at 90% after 200 reviews or 100 reviews, I'll go see the movie.
okay. All right. You heard it right here. He said it. Okay. We'll
But
see.
it's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah, just like the Jets aren't making the playoffs, so
Yeah,
it's some
it's not going to
miracle.
fucking happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have it on
The Mummy, I mean, even though the trailer looked like shit for The Mummy, you don't know what that movie's going to be because we don't there's no background to that movie. There's no other previous movies that Tom Cruise was in. This isn't like The Mummy 3, you
Right,
know?
right.
So there's a chance that this movie could be pretty good. So if the ratings come back, high, I'll go see The Mummy. But right now, I'm there's no way I'm not going to go see it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
anyway, moving along to something that was more fun. The Baywatch trailer dropped too.
I was really surprised, and they're making that rated R, correct? Because they were
I
cursing
think so.
in the trailer and everything, and I was like, "What? Like, what
Look,
is this?"
I've said it. We've said it before. I will basically watch anything The Rock is in. And when you put The Rock in a situation like that, where it's like action comedy, because I loved him in The Rundown
Yeah, me too. They haven't done that in a while.
with Sean William Scott, and that was the first time I actually watched The Rock in something where I was like, he's not The Rock, because like even in the Scorpion King movie, he was The Rock,
Yeah.
you know. And then he did a movie called Walking Tall, the remake that's been remade like 4 times.
Oh yeah.
He didn't look like he didn't seem like The Rock there, and then of course the Rundown was the first time I saw him in something that he didn't look like The Rock or acting like The Rock.
Right.
But in Baywatch, it's that action comedy, and like sign me up. The Rock is awesome.
Yeah. It
Like
looks fun. It looks like a lot of fun.
yeah,
So I'm actually excited about to see that. Even if it's called Baywatch, I don't care. I mean, they make fun of it, but it just looks like kind of
no,
a fun
you know what?
action comedy.
It didn't seem like Baywatch. I mean, yeah, there were certain things about it that made you think about Baywatch, but the fact that like once they started speaking, like The Rock started speaking about shit, and then doing the funny jokes and the cursing and all that other stuff, like I completely I didn't care anymore that it was called, or I didn't even think that it was called, like it was from Baywatch and Hasselhoff.
Right. Right.
I'm glad they didn't show Hasselhoff in the trailer. I don't know if he's actually in the movie, but I'm glad they didn't show him in the trailer.
Well, I want to see him drunk and falling into the water, and nobody saves him. He just
And
drowns.
eating a hamburger.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, but that looks
Um,
pretty funny. But the one trailer that came out, I think it was either today or yesterday, also was War for the Planet of the Apes, and that just
I didn't
looks
even know that was gonna. I didn't even know
fucking.
that was dropping.
I didn't either, but oh my god, dude, that that series just keeps getting better. Like those guys know what they're doing. You know?
I hope it. Well, we can only hope. Like the trailer looked great. The trailer looked like they were right on the same page with the last movie, and the last movie was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Um, and this one looks just as good. And I can't believe they make you. They really do make you care so much for Caesar in the
it's
movies, and that's what
crazy.
makes this. That's what
Yeah,
makes this. I mean, the story is actually pretty good. Like the acting, the apes and the human characters. Actually, the apes. Actually, I feel like I'm more relatable to the apes than I am to the human characters in the last one.
yeah,
But the story itself is really good, and you really sympathize with the apes of what they're going through. And it looks like in this one, like the humans just want to rage war, and it seems
yeah.
like a stupid human thing to
They
do that they
just,
would fucking do that.
but it's typical. I mean, the apes just want to be left the fuck alone. You know, they're just like,
Well, I
you know,
think, I think you have to remember too that the apes were part of the reason why the humans were almost extinct,
hmm
just because of that disease that was spread,
right,
and the apes are immune to it. But so like typical you know American gung ho army person doesn't want to listen to reason and probably just wants to kill all the apes, thinking like they wiped out all the humans on purpose. Which, if you've been following the ape this new version of the apes, like that's not the case.
no,
So
I, I,
at some
I
point in
love where they're
time,
going.
maybe in this movie, yeah, me too. At some point in time, Caesar's gonna have to turn hard ass and become the Caesar that you see later on when like Charlton Heston comes.
Right, I
Because
agree.
he's still part of like he still believes in the humans and he still believes that there's good in them, but it feels like this is the movie where he turns.
Yeah, it's all because of James Franco in the first one. You know, where he's just like,
Yes.
no, they're compassionate. You know, and but
Well,
yeah,
they kind of reiterated that in the second movie too. With I forget that guy's
that one
name,
dude,
but he
yeah.
was in Terminator. Yeah.
But they the humans keep fucking up though. They keep making things worse, and he's getting to the point where he's like, okay, I guess there's nothing we can do now except for we gotta protect ourselves and our families and all that stuff. And so this movie just looks badass because it's a full out war. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that, just to see what they're going to do. Um, Boy, it just seems like between Rogue One and this movie, they're finally just getting down to the nitty gritty with shit, and I love it. Taking properties that we know and love, but like turning it on its head and doing something different. And I just can't wait. It's going to be a great summer because Spider-Man comes out on the 7th of July, and War of the Planet of the Apes go the following week. So
Mm,
that's awesome. I can't wait for the July shit.
that's a good 2 weeks right there.
Yeah, but the big trailer, also another big trailer that dropped, and I think it's the first big movie of the summer, right? Which is like in May. Is
I think so. May or March?
Oh
Is it May
man,
or
I don't. I
March?
think May. I want to say May because there's some big movies coming out in April too. Like I know Fast and the Furious trailer is going to drop in a couple days. We couldn't.
Sunday. That's the one that we couldn't review.
Yeah.
Guardians is May 7th, or I'm sorry, May 5th.
May 5th. Okay, so that's the first big movie of the summer, and that I cannot. They didn't even need to really show me a trailer because I'm already going to go watch that movie. But I'm just even more excited for this movie. It's so quirky and interesting, and it looks like it's just more of the same, but except for they're up the ante, I guess. I don't know, especially with some of the rumors that have been going around of what they're going to be doing with Star Lord's dad and all that stuff. But
Yeah, they didn't
it
even
looks
show
awesome.
that.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And this is just a teaser too. Um, but it looks like Baby Groot is going to steal the show. he just
Yeah.
he just looks awesome. Um,
I
and
wonder if they record Vin Diesel and they like raised the pitch on his voice.
Probably, one of the things that kind of bother me about that is like he's, now he's part of the Marvel universe, but all he says is, the same three words over and over again. Like records them like 100,000 different ways, and he kind of feels
Right.
like he's hot shit or something like that. Is he on the set ever? Running around as Groot, or I mean, he can't as Baby
No,
Groot.
because No, because I think it was somebody else that
On
was walking
stilts,
around as
right?
Groot.
Somebody on stilts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
and it's actually James Gunn's brother is actually Rocket Raccoon. So Bradley Cooper's not even on set.
yeah. So that I mean, what a job. I mean, other than Robert Downey Jr., Groot has the easiest job, or Vin Diesel has the easiest
Dude,
job.
we've said it so many times. RDJ has the best fucking job ever.
Oh my
He
god.
doesn't have like he gets into like a half costume, right?
Yeah.
Then he sits in front of a camera, and then for the rest of the other time, he's in like multi-million-dollar suits and shit, driving around in sports cars. Like that's I mean that's Tony Stark, right? Like, but it's a perfect fucking it's an awesome job.
Yeah,
And he gets
totally.
paid a shit ton of money for it. And he's really good at it, but Jesus, what a fucking awesome job.
Yeah, he's grandfathered in, man. He's the only one with that Marvel contract. Nobody else has that shit. Um, he's just getting just paid left and right. He only needs to make a Marvel movie once every 10 years, and he's fine. But
I mean, he makes one Marvel movie and he can send like an entire high school to college and pay for all 4 years.
like 10 different times, yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's so crazy. So some interesting news. I mean, we normally don't talk about games on here, but there's some
We
really cool
should more
stuff.
often.
Yeah.
We should talk about games more often than let me I'm on GameFly, so like I get games all the time. I don't get to play as much as I want to because, two kids or whatever, but there's like I just it's an older game but or an older game in console realm, but I just finished Quantum Break.
Oh, how
That
was
game's
that?
fucking sick. It's so sick.
Oh
It
man.
actually had episodes of like TV show in there. It had 4 or 5 episodes, like 15, 20 minutes long of actual show. Like it felt like it was a Fox like Fringe
Oh,
show.
interesting. And now,
And I mean, they got Littlefinger playing the bad guy,
oh, cool,
so
from
it's
Game of Thrones.
quality. Yeah, and it's Sean Astin from the X-Men series playing the main guy,
Sean
and they got
Ashmore.
Sean Ashmore, sorry,
Yeah.
Sean Ashmore, and then they got Dominic something from Lost, and also from Lord of the Rings. He's
Oh,
in it too.
right on. Dominic Monaghan.
So like, yeah. So they've got like fucking ridiculously great actors in this movie, or I'm sorry, in this video game, but it's also like a TV show too, man. But I mean, it's the production value. Like, I don't even know how to describe the production value of this game. It's probably the best looking game I've seen in a long
That
time.
sounds interesting.
Coupled with like how, yeah, and it's like you get like superpowers. Basically, you get to like fuck with time.
So,
Um,
so have you ever played the games ICO or Shadows of the Colossus?
yes,
Shadow of the
Shadows of
Colossus.
Colossus. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
a great game.
company makes phenomenal games. Of course, they're very few and far in between because they have like high production value and they spend
Yeah,
years developing. Where they just came out with their newest game came out a couple days ago, and it's been in development hell for a long time because it just I don't know it looks gorgeous, and I've seen the trailer like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, when is
yeah.
this fucking game going to come out? Well, it finally came out, and it's got huge ratings. It's The Last Guardian, and it looks like I've played a demo of it where you're just like this little boy and you're kind of held up in this I don't know castle or something, and there's this huge dog. Like it reminds me of Falcor on what is it? Never Ending Story. It's like this huge,
Mhm.
flying dog or whatever, and you kind of like make friends with it, and he's kind of like your guardian, but you can control him, kind of like tell him what to do things, and it's like basically puzzle solving, but it's a 3D adventure game. So it's in the same vein as ICO and Shadow of the Colossus, and I think it's even may even be in the same universe because they all look the same. They all kind of have that same feel and tone. But I can't wait to play it. It looks incredible. Um,
Shadow of the Colossus was one of the best games that I've ever played. And I think you fight like what 7 colossi
yeah,
in the
7 or
game, and that's
8, and it's very simple. It's just a simple premise, but
yeah. But there was something about it, like to be able to fight each one and to be able to solve the puzzles to get to that point.
mhm.
It was just it's so freaking good. That game, I remember playing it for the when they re-released it for the PS3. They upped the graphics
Yes, that's what I bought.
for it.
Hmm. It's
So anyway, so I have this on my I have this on my GameFly queue. So I'm probably not going to get it for like a couple of months.
yeah, that's going to be sold out for a long time. But it's I can't wait. I cannot wait to play it on the PS4. And then a couple other things. The Last of Us. Um, one another
Played that at your place,
phenomenal game.
the
Just
first one.
yeah, phenomenal game. Um, they're coming out with a sequel. I just like they just dropped the trailer out of nowhere and people just went ape shit, including myself. And the trailer is very
It's a true.
simple.
It's a very true teaser too. You don't see.
Yes,
You don't know what the hell's going on.
yeah, it's so well done. I don't know. People out there, if you haven't played Last of Us, you have to play it. It's such an incredible like post-apocalyptic zombie situation, and
It's made by the same people that made Uncharted.
yes, and this girl, she actually gets bit, but she doesn't turn, so she has some sort of like, I don't know, enzyme or some sort of, she's immune to the zombie bites, and so the guy tries to escort her across the country to a place where they could take her blood and try to make a cure, but once they get there they realize there's nothing there, everything's trashed, and so they just go back to living somewhere. It's kind of like a morbid ending, and you think, oh, okay, well, what are they going to do now? And you think, well, that's just a standalone game. But they made a new game, and the teaser's very like you said, just it is a teaser. You have no idea what's going on. It's just her playing a guitar, and then her guardian walks in and goes, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I'm going to kill all of them." And she's older. They look older, which I like, and then it just ends and you're like, what the hell, what is this? So oh fuck man, dude, I'm stoked. I can't wait to play that either.
And speaking of Uncharted,
Yes, oh
um,
man, that trailer was unbelievable. It was like 8 minutes
so
long.
Uncharted 4, I just finished Uncharted 4 like 3 months ago or 2 months ago,
Hmm.
whatever it was. You haven't played it
No,
yet,
I
but I
haven't played
have,
it
and
yet.
the Uncharted series are so good.
Yes.
And now it looks like, uh, so this new one's called Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and it looks like they're, uh, so spoilers, it looks like it's the daughter that is um, the main character in this one, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's the British girl, isn't it? I thought it was Drake's ex-girlfriend or something like that. But
She was in it, but I didn't. Was she the one running around? I thought
yeah,
that was
I,
the
I
daughter.
think oh man, now you might be right. I don't know. What I got out of it, because I only watched the trailer once, but what I got out of it
Yeah, me too.
when she raised her hood and like talked and she had that British accent, I was like, oh, is that the girl that Drake was seeing? After the reporter that he saw, because she shows up in the third game, right? I think in the third game.
I
Um,
don't remember. You might be right though. I only saw it once, so I don't know because the, well, fuck, you haven't played the game, but there's something that happens at the end of Uncharted 4 where it made me think that it was the daughter.
Okay, well, it could be. But at any rate, it's using a character that we've seen before and creating kind of a spin-off. And it looks, I mean, they didn't show a lot of action or whatever, but it just was really cool to see that the Uncharted series is not done yet. Like they're just going a different direction, which is very cool. And I trust Naughty Dog is Naughty Dog, right? Yeah,
Yes.
they're very consistent. So I'm stoked about that. That's going to be pretty good. But yeah, just a lot of trailers for movies and games, everything that dropped last week. Just a lot of goodness, and then like one sore, you know, one herpy. that's that's Transformers. But other than that,
One
everything else is
planet
pretty
filled
good.
herpes.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, so the mid-season finales happened for CW, and this is where we're going to end our podcast on is talking about the mid-season finales after the it's just a weird way that they ended the mid-season because the fucking crossover happened the week before,
Yeah,
and then other than mentioning a couple times like it wasn't that big of a deal, and they just come back to like everyday life.
yeah. I mean, you and I kind of mentioned that last week, and we kind of talked about it off podcast about how they kind of really like I like things to be tidied up, before you go into something big like that crossover. That crossover should have been a standalone miniseries, which it was, but I mean, it still was in the middle of all the other shit that was still going on, and that really irritated me. So coming back this week was like it was weird. Like you said, it was just kind of like, okay, nothing ever. They mentioned the Dominators a couple times, like, oh, you remember that what happened last week? Yeah, that was shitty. And then they just kind of keep talking about whatever is going on, and I'm like, that's dumb. I don't, I don't understand that. Other than Legends kind of did it better than the other shows talking about the crossover, but the other shows just kind of like just kind of kept going. And
Wait, was there Legends?
yes, there was a Legends of Tomorrow. I didn't get all the way through it, but it continues. Most of it continues the Dominator effect because of Martin. Martin keeps talking about it. He finally reveals to Sarah that he has a daughter, and she gets really uptight and says, basically, like, what we have to do, and he's like, no, we're not going to erase her, like she's a living human being. And she's like, no, she's a lie, that's not, she's not real. And he's like, she's pretty fucking real. Like, I met her, now I have the memories of her in my brain, like, so they kind of continue that storyline from last week, which I didn't mind because it made sense. But the other shows
Yeah.
like Flash and Arrow, they kind of just like, oh, that thing that happened last week, that was weird, right? Oh shit, oh, there's Savitar, let's go. It's like, it was just weird. I don't know. Um, what did you think of the Flash though? Did you think that was an improvement over last week? This week's show, like a little bit back to normal?
It was okay. I think it was just okay. Um, I mean, it didn't really have too much of a cliffhanger ending, which I was kind of surprised about.
Yeah, me too.
Um, so it kind of, like you said, it kind of like everything kind of resolved itself. Well, even though it's not going to resolve itself, but it was a weird way to end the mid-season finale where there was no cliffhanger. Like it seemed like everything was honky dory for now, and that was it.
Yeah,
Like they get their own place, and it just ended.
yeah, because there was a big reveal in the middle of it. Spoilers, everybody. But the big reveal was that he doesn't he zip into the future and he sees like Iris get killed
Well,
by Savitar?
he throws the Philosopher's Stone into like
That's so
some
ridiculous.
the speed whatever
Speed
timeline,
Force.
whatever it is,
Oh
speed.
yeah.
Yeah, throws it into the Speed Force, and then he gets jolted into the future, right? And he sees Savitar kill Iris, and then the other Flash from the other Earth, John Wesley Shipp, who had an awesome fucking throwback nostalgia
Oh
moment
yes.
with the trickster, Mark Hamill. It was really quick, but still awesome. But he pulls him out of the future and pulls him back to the present. And immediately Barry's like, well, I'm not going to let Iris die. And I'm like, what the fuck, Barry?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, you fucking learned nothing.
I
You
know.
just fucking fucked with everybody and you just got over that. Like, Cisco's just starting to talk to you, and Savitar just fucking told you that somebody's gonna die, somebody's gonna betray you, and somebody's gonna wish they were dead.
Right.
And you saw that shit happen, and then the first thing you fucking say is, I'm not gonna let her die. And I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Like, you don't fucking learn.
No, and like Wesley Shipp is just like, or Jay Garrick's Flash. He's like, hey, the future hasn't been written yet, kind of like Doc Brown. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you
And
just,
Sarah Connor.
yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes when you try to prevent something really hard, you end up making it happen. So,
Yeah, the perfect the perfect moment that's ever been done is one of the very few moments in this movie that's actually pretty decent. No, actually, this is the good one. It's the first Matrix
mhm.
where the Oracle says, "And don't worry about the vase." And he's like, "What vase?" And then he knocks it over and breaks it. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she's like, "That's okay. What's really gonna like fuck you up later is when you think about would you have broken it if I didn't mention it."
Ah, see, yeah. I mean, it's just like fucking Anakin all over again, trying to save Padme and ends up killing her. It's just Fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Exactly. Um, and then so I watched Arrow too, and
Okay, so if I know there's like commercials in it, but let's just say there's 60 minutes of the show, right?
mhm.
To make the math easy. For 50 minutes this show pissed me off. To no end this show pissed me off for 50 minutes. And then it
Yes.
wasn't until like the last 10 that was like pretty good.
Yes, I totally agree. And that's Arrow usually from week to week. They have like these glimpses of like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then bullshit. It's just melodrama now. And I'm like, oh my God, like when the CW show first got Arrow, I was so skeptical. I was like, really? You're gonna like do this character? Like there's so many other characters. Like do something else. But people kept telling me you got to watch this show. I didn't watch it until season 2 ended, when someone said, "Please go on Netflix and watch this show." So I did, and I fell in love with it because those first 2 seasons are brutal. And he's like killing people, and he's kind of developing himself, and he's losing people left and right. And I mean, it is great. It is better villains. I mean, it was awesome. And then you get to season 3 and 4, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And then in this season, it's like complete like CW melodrama. It's like Dawson's Creek, but with people fighting. You know?
Yeah, and how okay, so one of the things that pissed me off about Arrow and also it happened in the Flash was how many times are you going to reveal your secret identity to?
Oh shit.
Like Flash just fucking pulls off his fucking mask right in front of Tom Felton or whoever his name is in the show.
Malfoy.
Malfoy. It's not Malfoy, but that's what we're gonna call him. And oh, another thing. So nobody has read Harry Potter in the Flash. There's no
The
Flash. There's no
Philosopher's
Harry Potter in
Stone.
the Flash. Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like there's no somebody call like Professor McGonagall and let's fucking fix this shit.
Because that's a
Don't
UK.
throw it
That's
into
the
the
United
fucking
Kingdom,
Speed Force.
right? That's the United Kingdom
Yeah.
version is the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, we have the Sorcerer's Stone.
Well, you got fucking Malfoy right there. So
I was expecting Snape to show up and be like, "Don't do that,
yeah.
Harry."
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That'd been awesome. But like, but in the Arrow, like he again, everybody knows he's fucking working with the Arrow. Everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows.
Yep.
Like it's such a shock. It's actually a shock to like a quote unquote Team Arrow when like the bad guy knows who Arrow is, and it's like you have over 20 people I think on the show that know who the fuck you are.
He's got a neon.
That's a lot.
He's got a neon sign outside of his lair that says "Arrow is
Yeah,
here."
it says not flat. It says not Arrow.
Yeah. Oliver Queen is.
It's
not
the same.
Arrow.
Yeah, it's the same fucking. It's the same shirt that Bruce Wayne goes around in Justice League saying "I'm not Batman" while he's recruiting everybody for the Justice League
Yeah.
in broad fucking daylight.
I'm looking for the guy who talks to fish. I'm the guy who talks to bats.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
or Batman. That's not my yacht
Yeah.
or my bat boat. And the other thing that like really pissed me off was they've had this name on Arrow for a while, but like the Throwing Star Killer, that's the fucking worst name ever. Who was the fucking reporter that came up with that name?
It wasn't Cisco because he actually comes up with good names, but
yeah, the Throwing Star Killer. That's the best name you got.
It's pretty bad. That's really
Why
bad.
don't you just call him the Ninja? Like,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Or
call him the
just call him
Ninja, the
just-
Throwing Star. That's one of the worst names that I've ever seen.
call
Like
him
a
s-
fake newspaper, like in a DC show, has come up with a name since Smallville when they called Superman the Red Blue Blur.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
what the fuck kind of? Oh my god, that was so fucking stupid.
That was really bad. I didn't like that at all either. And plus, that should have been like, what did they call the Flash before? Did he ever had a name before that? It wasn't the Red Blur.
It was
I
something
don't know.
different.
I don't know.
No, it was
else.
something different.
Yeah.
It was something. It wasn't the Flash. It was Iris who came up with the Flash, but he was called something stupid before that.
Yeah.
But like but that was, that was like the Red Streak or something like
Yeah,
that. Or something.
Yeah. Which is
So, but
better
still,
than the
like,
Red
it
Blue Blur. It's better than that.
Yeah, and the Throwing Star Killer.
They could have just called him Star Killer. That'd be badass. But then it'd be more like a
Yeah.
Star Wars
Or
reference, but
well, who the hell throws stars
you
to kill
sound
people?
like Austin Powers. You
Ninjas.
sound like Austin
Ninjas.
Powers. Who
Oh
throws a
yeah.
shoe, honestly?
Yeah. Well, if this was if that guy was it, it would be like the black shoe throwing killer.
Who throws a shoe, honestly? Yeah.
So
That's
like if he went around like shooting a gun or whatever, it'd be like the bullet firing automatic gun
gun
killer.
killer. uh, oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah, that show's gotten ridiculous. And in Team Arrow, I mean, they got one guy that has like his clothes come to life and like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? And he's bulletproof. I'm like, what? Why don't they just send that
Yeah,
guy out all the time?
I don't know.
Just send that guy
Yeah,
out all
I
the
don't
time.
know why that guy. I don't know why that guy is training without like when they're training, he's training without that shit. Like he's fighting the fucking guy who like came from tech support, who his costume is fucking painting a black T
Right
on his face.
On his face. Like, I don't know who you are.
Right.
You got the same hairdo.
Yeah. The dude's black already, and then you fucking paint like he's a dark black dude, and then they put black makeup on top of his face. Fucking
that's the most racist thing. It's like blackface on blackface.
What's his code name?
That's awful.
What's his code name?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, does the T stand for tech support on his face?
I don't know.
Diggle has a code name too. Oh my god, fucking Diggle. He fucking runs around in a leather jacket and like a shitty looking motorcycle helmet. and he fires like he's firing 9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's firing with like rubber bullets and shit, but still, it's fucking stupid.
Well, at least he's not the Guardian, from Supergirl. So, but
well, yeah, I mean, but that guy like Diggle has like he's like a former Marine in the show or whatever, Plus that guy's fucking jacked as shit, but but the guy from tech support, that's so fucking stupid.
It is dumb. Well, again, they're causing melodrama because his boyfriend or his husband, sorry, because he's married. His husband is just like, you've been gone nights forever. He's like, I really wish you were having an affair, basically, because I don't like that you're I don't like that you're out fighting crime. It's like I'm, either fight crime or be with me. And he's like, I'd rather fight crime. And he's like, okay, bye.
I hate the throwaway lines in superhero TV shows or movies where the significant other finds out that you're the superhero or a cop, right? And this also happens in a lot of cop TV shows and cop movies where the significant other is like, this happened in Backdraft, in the movie Backdraft, and which is a great film, where Rebecca De Mornay and so did this guy last night or the other night say, I love you too much. The chances that you take, I can't sit here and like watch you do it.
Right.
I love you too much, so I'm just going to fucking break your heart and leave you so that you make a mistake while you're on the line of duty and you get killed anyway.
Right. In the meantime, I'm fucking some other dude and I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Win-win.
It happens in every
I can't stand that shit. If you love someone that much, you don't leave. You just deal with it.
Right.
You deal with
you
it.
knew he was going to be a cop, I mean, in this guy's situation is a little bit different because he fucking lied to him. Because in your right mind, think about all the tech support people, and I'm not being like prejudiced against tech support people, but like this guy was basically the prototypical tech support guy.
Yeah.
Would you ever think that guy was out fighting crime?
No.
Not to mention that he's only been training for 2 goddamn weeks and he fought aliens the week before.
Oh, and then they did that whole thing where the girl betrayed them and all that shit. So
well, that was already written in the stone. That was already written from her who she was.
Yeah,
but
they did a bad job hiding that because when it was revealed, I didn't care. I was like, oh, I wasn't like,
well,
oh
they
my god.
They revealed it the week before.
I know, which is so stupid. It works a lot better.
They revealed it in the they revealed it in the week the promos for the coming week.
Yeah, oh god, it's so stupid. Yeah, that was not a really like shocking reveal at all. Like that really bothered me. I was like, oh, that'd have been
But
badass
the
if she
real
just
that
turns
wasn't
on
the
him.
real cliffhanger though. The real cliffhanger that
Yeah,
I'm actually not surprised about, but the Black Canary is back.
Laurel Lance.
You know,
So, do you have any theories on why or how she's back? Do you think it has something to do with Flashpoint, or is she
ooh, that's a good pull. Maybe.
because
But you
so
knew she was coming back anyway.
well when she died, I thought because I saw them whispering to each other through the window, and when she died, I had this suspicion that she's basically telling him, "Hey, I'm gonna fake my death." And this is gonna come back around later on, where I'll be back when I'm needed or some shit. But no, they're just like she's fucking dead, and I was like, oh wow, my god, they killed her. Like that's crazy. And now that she's popped back, I was kind of like I was surprised, but at the same time, I'm like, how are they gonna explain
I
this?
wasn't
I was
surprised.
like,
I
how are they
wasn't
gonna
surprised.
explain this?
Dude, for 3 seasons, other than like Ollie's parents, everybody has come back from the dead with a fucking bloodlust. Like that was
Shit,
like the ongoing.
I
That was the ongoing thing. Like if you died on the show or whatever, you came back from the
I
dead and you had a
I
bloodlust.
would laugh. I will laugh my ass off, literally. I will stop watching that show if they put her in the Lazarus pit and she has a bloodlust. I'll be like, I'm done. I'm done. You could just tell me how it ends because
Yeah, it doesn't even need
that's
to be called a bloodlust. If she
poor.
just goes out and just starts like beating the shit out of people like really, really violently,
Yeah,
I'm gonna call that a bloodlust. And I'm like, you guys realize you're recycling the same fucking storyline. I mean,
yeah.
you just changed the white canary to black canary. That's how fucking lazy you guys are getting.
Yeah. Oh man. So I don't know. She's she's a I didn't used to like her a long time ago. Then I started to like her again, and then they killed her off, and I was like, whatever.
When yeah, I when she had like that whole, I started not liking her character when she started having like was an alcoholic,
Yeah. Well, now her
and
now her
I thought
dad's
that
an
was like,
alcoholic. He's the waste of space. I want that guy to die. Like I'm just tired. I'm just tired of that character. I'm tired of Captain Lance. He's such a he. That storyline is done. Like just let him go away peacefully. Like leave the city. Like both his daughters are dead. He's an alcoholic. Like what's his name?
not anymore.
They took pity on him and said, "Hey, we'll hire you as deputy."
Well, maybe he'll stop drinking now. Maybe he'll stop drinking now that he knows that both his daughters are alive.
Oh, or he'll start drinking again because he's like, "Oh my god, like
He's so happy,
I'm so happy that he gets hit by a bus." So,
or has a heart attack like right there, right when he
right,
says
and
hi
then
to Black Canary.
they take him to the Lazarus pit, and then he wakes up with the bloodlust. The shit starts over all over again.
Or
Uh,
Barry fucks something up with the timeline and he comes back.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just want things resolved at this point and move on to something
I
else.
seriously need to sit down in the I need to sit down in the CW's writers room and be like, "You fucking did this already. Next."
Yeah, the Simpsons did it first. Move on.
Yeah, yeah. Like you guys did it in season 1. Move on. You guys did that in season 2. Next one.
You did this
I'm gonna
three
sit down in
times
like the
this year.
Flashes. I'm gonna sit down in like the Flashes writers room, like for season 5, right? And be like, or what are we? So for season 4, and I'll be like, all right, who's gonna be the baddie? And I'm gonna say the first person that says a fucking speeder is gonna get knifed in the fucking jugular.
You have like the Family Feud button. You're like, no.
Yeah, I got a fucking throwing star right here. The person who says speedster and time travel is gonna fucking get it.
Oh man, totally. They're getting really super lazy. There's just let's just throw speedsters
Yeah,
everywhere. Speedsters are in every show
yeah.
now. Every show's got a
I
speedster.
mean, yeah. I mean, seriously, like he's got more. He's got more than like. It's because you took. It's because you took Captain Cold and Fire Guy,
Heat
to
wave.
Legends.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, Heatwave. You took him away. Fine. Okay. Well, you still got Boomerang. Make that guy cool because he fucking sucked in Suicide Squad. Do something with that guy. Make him actually use a fucking boomerang because I don't really think he used a boomerang in Suicide Squad.
He did one time, knocked somebody out, and
I think
it didn't get it back.
I think he used it more. I think yeah, he doesn't know how a boomerang works. He used it once. He used it more times in the Justice League teaser, I think, than he did in the Suicide movie.
Pretty much.
So bring back Captain Boomerang. Bring that stop Stop using like these like his other like hall of villains like Mirror Master
Hmm.
and just like destroying like killing them off because like fuck stop using speedsters seriously. All
Yeah,
the guy's always faster than the other fucking guy. Is always faster than Barry in the beginning, and then he'll find a way to either become faster or you know alter the speed or do something or go back in time and fucking do something that way.
right. It is getting old hat. It's getting boring. Um, and I'm sick of seeing Harrison Wells in different.
Yeah, I know.
I'm tired of all that stuff. They really. I'm hoping they just kind of.
I really liked him in the last incarnation
Hmm.
of him
I did
where
too.
he was not the evil like I still love the evil Harrison Wells, like that was fucking awesome.
Hmm.
But even the last version of him where he was from the different Earth 2, I liked that guy.
Hmm.
But this one's fucking annoying as
Yeah,
shit.
he's really
Um
annoying.
he reminds me more of the brother from Scrubs than he does anything else.
Yeah, totally.
Cuz he was in Scrubs. So
Yep.
um he's basically that guy from
Yeah, he's
Scrubs.
extremely
He's JD's
annoying.
brother.
He's extremely annoying. Yeah.
So I'm going to say this now. We got 5 months, 4 or 5 months until the season finale of The Flash. So fucking help me if you get other speedsters, go back in time, go forward in time, or get faster to beat Savitar. I might stop watching you.
Yeah, I'm thinking the
Give
same
me
thing.
something else. Give
Yeah.
me something else to beat this guy. If Barry shows up with like Lucille from the fucking Walking Dead and beats him that way, I'll be happy.
Negan, let me borrow this. Oh
If he
man.
if he if he runs over to fucking Star City and gets to throwing Star Killer's stars and kills them that way, I'm gonna be happy. Just don't do the same goddamn shit that you've already
No.
done.
No. It's this has been not been a great TV season regarding these shows, and also like you just mentioned Walking Dead. It hasn't really been a strong season there either. There's a lot of people that are
Oh,
bent on
one
that
last
show.
thing too.
Hmm.
If Savitar pulls off his mask and it's fucking Wells, I'm definitely gonna stop watching you.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think isn't he like a just a speed god? Like Barry
He's the
cannot
so
speed
that's what I wanted to
fast.
mention.
Yeah.
He's the first speedster, and I was like, oh, so he's like Blade 3 Dracula. He's the
Blade
first
Trinity.
like vampire. Yeah, he's like this is, and immediately I'm like, oh god, the season sucks because Blade Trinity was so goddamn
It
bad.
is so bad, yeah.
Which ironically has fucking
Heat
heat wave
wave.
in it.
Yeah, exactly. It all comes around, man. It
Yeah.
all comes around. But so I as far as like mid-season finale, are you caught? I don't watch Marvel's Agents of Shield, and you do. Are you all caught up on that?
Yeah, I am, and I remember you mentioning that you wanted to talk about the secret Marvel teaser, but unfortunately, like when the episode ended, I fucking deleted it off my DVR, so I don't know what the teaser was. Also, it was like late at night, and I was drinking, so I don't remember too much of the season, the mid-season finale.
You've been. I mean, well, there you go. I'll have to. I
And
usually
that's our review of Marvel's Agents of Shield.
exactly drank yourself into a stupor and didn't watch it and missed everything and the teaser that they were.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I did watch it though.
that's. Or did you just like watch through it? You didn't really watching it. You're just like,
No, no, I really did watch it. I'm trying to remember now. Okay, so I think Ghost Rider disappears somewhere. He's no longer around. Something happens to him. Um, and that's all I remember.
Barry fucks up the timeline and Ghost Rider disappears.
Right.
Um,
Fuck.
that's
I guess it
crazy.
wasn't that great
Yeah,
because I don't remember.
there you go. Yeah, I mean, there's just yeah, this last week there's a lot going on, and we didn't even get to the good stuff, which we will eventually or soon. But
Yeah, we're gonna be really behind in reviewing Westworld, but stick with us because next week we're gonna do, or actually it's gonna be this week. Hopefully,
yeah, hopefully,
we're gonna try to do Ash versus Evil Dead. That season finale is this Sunday, I believe, or Saturday.
yeah,
Um, so look forward to that review. Hopefully that'll come out in the same week. Hopefully get a bonus
yeah. You get a
podcast this
bonus
week.
pod because oh man, Westworld deserves like a 10-hour podcast. It's so fucking dense. But yeah, it was a good week. Good week of a lot of crazy news. That's why we decided to do a casserole episode. But We'll be back to our normal format next week. Some really good stuff coming up next week. Can't wait. But
oh yeah, you guys are hopefully going to get 2 podcasts this week, and Rogue One drops.
Yes, so it's going to be a good month. There's some good shit happening. But that is episode 57. Casserole episode number 6 of Chew on This, a Nerds United podcast. I'm BJ.
Heck.
Until next week, chew on that, folks.
Later.